Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Guitar Talk with Todd here at Todd Beebe Music. Thank you so much for checking in today. Please hit that subscribe button in the lower right-hand corner. Trying to get the subscribers up here, so I really appreciate it. Find us on Facebook at Todd Beebe Music. Today's lesson is a continuation of the first part that we had on all about power chords. So make sure you check out part 1 of this lesson. I'm going to put the link down in the description below. A lot of this stuff might not make sense if you don't check out part 1 first. We kind of go through the major scale and break down why these are called fifths and how they work. But today what we're going to be doing is expanding on those on a lesson that continues on from this. So here we go, and check it out. You guys have fun. As always, let me know if you have any questions. Movable. Again, they're called power chords because they have a very powerful sound. If we sort of analyze those for a second, let's kind of go back to A. If we did an A bar chord, which I'm going to do a whole other lesson on, that's really what it is. It's just the top part of your bar chord, but you're leaving out the third. Another way you can play power chords, which is what I tell people to work up to, is the 3-finger way. And I think those are great because especially when you first start playing them, they sort of prep your hand to get into this, which is the ultimate, bar chord. So what I mean is, like, instead of playing these 2-finger ones, and I start out that way, there's nothing wrong with those. There's people that have played for years that still prefer the 2-finger one. That's fine. There's nothing wrong with those. That's a full-on fifth, full-on power chord. But if you can, as you kind of get used to that shape, go ahead and throw the pinky underneath it. So in this case now, I'm on the top string, 5th fret with the 1st finger, 7th fret on the 5th string with the 3rd finger, and then right underneath it I got the pinky and the 7th fret on the 4th string. Now we can strum 3 strings. And it sounds even a little bit fuller than the 2 do. Not a whole lot different though, but again, it's prepping your hand for a bar chord, which is what, that really is. It's just the top part of that. Same thing with the 5th string root note, inverted chords. Drop those down, just put that pinky right underneath it. It's real easy to remember. Once you have the power chord shape down, wherever that 3rd finger goes, just, pretend that pinky's its best friend. It's glued to it. So wherever that goes, it's just on the string right underneath it, in the same fret. So there's your regular 6-string root, and then the inverted with the 5th string root. And just kind of remember, you only strum the strings that your fingers are on. So if I'm doing the 6-string root ones here, I'm going to strum the 6th string, the 5th string, and the 4th. If I'm doing this shape with the 5th string root, I'm going to skip that top string but still mute it out and strum the 5th string, the 4th string, and the 3rd string. Alright, so one of my favorite things I like to show my students when they first start doing these 3-finger ones, you can also do them 2-finger, of course. Anything we're doing, you could do either way with these power chords, but a good one to try with the 3-finger one is the old Chicago tune. Okay, so what I'm doing there, you're doing a 5, what I'd call a regular. All of these are going to have a root note on the 6th string at the top. So we're going to have a 5th fret root note, 3rd fret root note, 2nd fret, 1st fret, and then open. So what we're doing is a 5 regular power chord with the 3 fingers. That would be an A5. A G5 with the 3rd fret root note. F sharp 5 with a 2nd fret root note. F5 with a 1st fret root note. And then what I tell people to do here is keep these 2 fingers the way they are and just slide them back here and use that open top string with these 2 notes. I mean, you can go like this, so you do like a, or even just a one finger. So you could go like that. But to me, I always try to people, if you do that, then you can just slide this up and start over. Try doing it that way. That's a great one. You know, one of the things that I always like to show my students and get them started doing that. Any of the ones we've already done can also be played with the 3-finger. Like I said, I like to kind of drop off that pinky when I'm doing this part on that song. But if you feel okay leaving it on, absolutely. So anything you ever see with power chords can be done the 2-finger way or the 3-finger way. I do want to talk about one more thing that kind of goes along with these. A lot of people don't play them all the time, but you can actually do a 4th string root too. So again, let's talk about the 5th fret here. We've got top string root, which would be an A5. Drop that shape down. Now we're on the 5th and the 4th string. That's a 5th string root. That would be a D5. Drop that down one more, and now we've got the 5th fret on the 4th string, which would be a G. And then here we've actually got a D, which is the 5th, on the 3rd string with the 3rd finger. And again, you're only strumming the 2 that your fingers are on. And that's movable too. So we got that one, and this one. Top string root, 5th string root, and 4th string root. Okay, now let's go talk a little bit more about that thing with the extra finger when we add the pinky. Again, we were doing those earlier. You got the top 3 strings with the top string root, which would be an A5. You've got the 5th string, the 4th string, and the 3rd string when you're doing a 5th string root. And again, you're always just strumming the whatever strings your fingers are on. So in this case, 5, 4, 3, we're going to mute out that top string. Okay, but what happens when we drop this down? If we do that 4th string root, you would think you'd be able to add that pinky. But you can hear that sounds terrible. And it's because of that weird little difference there between the 3rd and the 2nd string. Everything, some of us learned how to tune originally by going, you know, at the 5th fret. Everything is 5 frets off between the strings, but when you get to that 3rd string, you have to go back to the 4th fret because everything's off by 4 frets between the 3rd and the 2nd string. So because of that, we have to make up the difference. So what I'm basically trying to say is you can't be right underneath it with the root note on the 4th string power chord. You have to throw your pinky out 1 extra. So in this case, I'm on the 5th fret of the 4th string. I'm on the 7th fret of the 3rd string, and then my pinky's going to go to the 8th fret of the 2nd string. And again, you're just strumming the strings that your fingers are on, in this case 4, 3, 2. And then it's kind of interesting, like this is a D sharp, E flat. Right here, looking at my root note on the 4th string, if I move that back even one more and take this off and use the open string as the root, there's your top part of a D chord right there, so you can kind of see that. So again, it's just the root and the 5th of everything, which is why they're called 5ths or power chords. So thanks for checking in, you guys. If you have any questions, as always, get a hold of me. Please comment below with your questions or anything you might want to know about power chords. And check back in. We got tons more guitar reviews coming, more artist interviews coming, more lessons coming. All things guitar going on here at Guitar Talk with Todd at Todd Beebe Music. So thanks so much, you guys, for checking in. Stay safe and love your dogs, and we will see you guys again. Take care.